to the Purdue Boilermakers here in West Lafayette, Indiana, and they have been ready to go boiler up since early this morning. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions. And the Boilermakers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions offense will get the first crack at it here. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
To throw, it's Allard. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Dumps it off in the flats. Tackled there by the defense. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. I think we're going to see more and more of this in college football. It used to be that if it was 4th and inches and you're on your own side of the field, you automatically punt. But I like that play call there. With their offensive line and their ability to run the football, just go out and get it and keep the drive alive.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. 6th play of the drive coming up. The play action fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. The give. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Penn State 7, Purdue 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense has its first opportunity of the day. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you've got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
You know, runs like this, oftentimes you're like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Boilermakers will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that player.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. 30 short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a move! Oh, look out on the right. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cross. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They're going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Aller. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This time he's got his man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll try the run. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
This time, it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking for a man. It's Card. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Offenses know and work on it all week. 3rd downs. 3rd downs, we got to be really, really good. This offense not good on this 3rd down. It could come back to bite them.
And the returner goes down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to buy time. Fires downfield. He makes a catch. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Offense getting set for 1st down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Steps away. Finds his man. It's Cross. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! You know, the way he's going has me churning through the old memory bank here for the single-game touchdown record at Penn State. You know who that was?
I have no idea.
Well, everyone knows it was Harry Robb. Went to the house 6 times in 1917. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and he missed it. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Notre Dame is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Rockne and Leahy, this has not been a blowout in South Bend today. They're up by 11 over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
He's right on target. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Boilermakers have this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Card. Working that left side now. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now to being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
They want to just keep throwing it quickly to the tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away and see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. He's going to fire to the left. And he's got it inside the 25. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. The sure hands, it's Reynolds. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now he's going to break the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Allard. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Slips through the line. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ross-Ade Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
On the run, it's McCoby. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. And the Boilermakers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Quick tempo here for the offense. Off the play fake. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He wants to throw it again. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. A first down for the offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special.
Got enough space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Boilermakers are threatening on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Movement here from the tight end. Trying to get in the end zone again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Now on first down from the 28. Going to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And the Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. Using his legs to buy some time. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Rolls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the ground. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Number 10.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul,
and the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Turns it loose. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. He caught it, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
From inside the 20, chance for great field position. And the returner will be dragged down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we've played 3 quarters. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Looking for space. It's Singleton. Turns it on in midfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Feeling some heat. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. A shot toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. fast motion from the offense. Looking to throw it again. Forced out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. You just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And the Boilermakers will send out the punt unit. Fair catch, called for and made. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Gets rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Saunders. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
To the air, it's Allard. Moving away from pressure. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Purdue, 14. Return runs out of bounds.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense...
And the defense gets to the quarterback. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Dances away from the heat. Going for it all. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling has started. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. He'll start this drive firing. This one, and the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They'll try to find a more productive play this time on 2nd and long from the 14. Back to pass, it's Card. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
Number 89, on to punt it away.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And they'll just down it right there. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They